Hi guys, it's been a while. Thanks to all those good people who have written to us and the hundreds we have met on our courses and discovering their psych types using the interpersonality approach. The feedback sessions are always enjoyable. As many of you would know from our vids, interpersonality's psych type is Jung's cognitive functions using Briggs and Myers nomenclature. So we use exactly the same letters and descriptions as the MBTI, but we never trust an indicator alone. Briggs and Myers always intended the indicator results to be moderated by a skilled practitioner. Even Jung noted the process can be difficult, sometimes taking many meetings to be certain of the functions and their correct order. When we give feedback, it is a face-to-face confirmation chat, not a phone call telling you what you scored. Our purpose for creating interpersonality was to enable people to discover their psych type while providing highly accurate information on the science through an easily accessible medium over the net, so you can take advantage of knowing a little more about yourself and how the science works to go on to enjoy better lives, all for a whole lot less. I stress again, when you know, understand and love yourself, life gets a whole lot easier. The Interpersonality website and this YouTube channel were set up with this intention, to share accurate information on psych type in a fun, flexible, convenient format, video. The original partners knew there must be a better way to allow people to learn and love their innate values instead of spending a lifetime trying to be who others have told them to be. They were also painfully aware of the huge number of mistypes resulting from assessment by indicator alone. As a TJ woman, I know that knowledge of self can make all the difference to success. I started learning about psych type when I was 17, but I have met many TJ women who experience doubt and even self-loathing, wondering how to be loved and accepted without having to play dumb blonde. Left unchecked, this can seriously affect a person's sense of self, potentially leading to a compromised life and reduced opportunity. Likewise, too many gentle F men spend their lives feeling inadequate, unmanly or unwarrior-like by conventional gender stereotypes, not understanding that it's okay to be sensitive and caring. Some give up all hope because they can't cope with the derision and misapprehension of self, simply because they are not understood and sadly believe that they are imperfect. It is a tragedy. Interpersonality was started with noble aspirations for humanity. It is not a vlog or a chat show, and unlike so many others, we are actually accredited, internationally recognized for our ability and practice psych type as our exclusive profession. This isn't something we do to fill in time. You can imagine our shock at the constant barrage of insults and derogatory comments we copped when we first started posting on YouTube. It seems that when you actually know what you're talking about, everyone who doesn't wants a piece of you. Strange how often those same people then go and leave cute comments for the girlies who chat about being an INFJ, even when they so obviously are not. Don't let facts get in the way of a pretty face. The greatest irritation, though, has been the attacks on our purpose, credibility and authority. Coming from an academic background and undertaking pro bono and self-funded projects for NGOs and other charities, I found this particularly difficult and debilitating. Despite having our profiles available on the Interpersonality website and places like LinkedIn, faceless, nameless nobodies still think it's okay to leave derisive comments as to our intention and knowledge. Frankly, it's a pain trying to do something good for humanity when faceless, gutless trolls spend so much of their time slandering well-researched information and carefully considered opinion as wrong without reason or explanation, not to mention the mindless sexist stuff. Again, I too thank all of those nice people who have left supportive comments and those I have met on our courses and face-to-face feedback sessions. Finally, there is simply so much absolute rubbish disguised as knowledge here on YouTube. It's hard to feel comfortable among all this misinformation. Even people who should know better aren't afraid to post their views and conduct interviews despite not knowing the science. However well-intentioned, if you are chatting with someone whose cognitive functions are not commensurate with their claimed psych type, you are perpetuating ignorance and misinformation, which ultimately confuses everyone.
Despite uploading high-quality information based on our years of research from respected sources like Jung's Psychological Types and the MBTI Manual, the ultimate reference for the MBTI, many refute what we publish based on something they read on a chat forum or a vblog. We waste so much time wrestling with ill-informed wannabes who dispute well-known concepts such as Jung's definition of extroversion, while they employ such misconceptions as micro and macro orientation or outgoing versus shy as being the correct definitions. Ignorance breeds misinformation. Science, thus prostituted, becomes a curio. Psyche-Type is not a game where posting one's intrigue translates to either accurate knowledge or authority. It is our desire to make Jung's theory of the psyche, based on his many years of careful observation and brilliant insights, as presented by Briggs and Myers, whose assiduous research and testing culminated in the MBTI, available to anyone with access to the net. To that end, the InterPersonality website has been totally rebuilt. We have an extremely robust platform under the .NET framework, with several unique modules to enable you to learn and experience Psyche-Type in action. Membership requirements have been upgraded. Genuine students or teachers of Psyche-Type are always welcome, but if you are not a real person with a real name and a picture that can be verified along with at least one real profile from another website, then perhaps you should stay away and play at the cafe. Existing and new site members should ensure their profiles comply. We've added or updated several new features, a new blog and forum platform, and the long-awaited famous and gifted Psych Insight section. All areas of the site are troll and wannabe free zones. Posts on Psyche-Type subjects can be viewed and discussed without wading through all those pointless, mindless side conversations, or being trolled by gutless, faceless nobodies who only want to disrupt the participation of others. If you need a friend or simply want to share your opinion on people, there are other forums where you can talk about nothing to your heart's content. Our 3-step course approach has been revamped. Just My Type has been upgraded with additional slides and explanations addressing the most common newbie questions and misunderstandings. The What Type Are You course, which teaches how to identify Psyche-Type by recognizing the cognitive functions in use, has been totally redone, referencing contemporary and readily available profiles. Previously, this was a workshop course which referenced private profiles unsuitable for this venue. This course, the What Type Are You, will be available next March when new reference profiles have been assessed and tested by you, our site members. And InterPersonality's famous and gifted Psych Insight section will be available this November. Now this will really be exciting. For the first time ever, you will be able to discover the Psyche-Type of anyone while learning how it's done from pros. You can even get yourself correctly Psyche-Type, becoming one of our famous profiles. You will be able to nominate celebrities, politicians, sports and media personalities, public figures, anyone with a public profile, including those here on YouTube. Then take part in examining all the information available, weighing up all the evidence, offering your comments, and finally your vote. Group mentoring will be available on selected profiles, with many being published in our famous and gifted YouTube library. This will really separate the wannabes from the people who know what they are talking about. Plus, you can take part in the post-mortem forums to learn from others how it's done. There are even several halls of fame for those who truly know what they are talking about and those who are eager to learn. You can learn Psych Insight in an open, transparent and democratic environment. More on the Psych Insight section in a separate post coming later. Well, that's about it on this subject. Thanks for your participation. I look forward to seeing you on the InterPersonality website. Bye now.